This on the wall, I prepare you. Think that you can know around you. There's a time away. It drops upon the bed. Faces changing by the day. Always. This on the wall, I prepare you. Think that you can know around you. There's a time away. It drops upon the bed. Faces changing by the day. Always. There's a time away. It drops upon the bed. Think about it that way. Always. That's the way. That's the way. That's the way. That's the way. That's the way.
Test, 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 test. Test, test. Test, test. Testing, testing. Maybe we should put it up higher. Test, test. Test. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Test, test, test. All right. All right, everybody. We're going to get started with our panel. If you want to make your way over here, make sure we fill in, sit up front. Grab your drinks. You can bring your food over here if you'd like. Oh, yeah, that is mine. Thank you. Yeah, sit wherever, you guys. What we want. We only have 2 mics, so we'll work with it. That one's not a charger. It doesn't work. No, whichever. This is also, I don't know if you want to use it. There's a marker there. Good. Come in, everybody. Don't be scared.
Crypto painter.
Did you want to water anything? Sure. Okay. Yeah. Can someone bring over a water, please? Thank you. Thank you, Tyler. Shout out to Tyler and Lorenzo. There's layers to this, which is our show every Tuesday at 1 p.m. on X. Oh, but she said, I'll take this water too. Yeah. All right. Anybody else is over there? Keegan, you see anybody else over there? All right. All right. How's everyone doing? Good? Okay. Good food, good drinks and water. Okay. Happy Chinese New Year.
You're the snake.
Yeah. Year of the Snake. All right. I think we're going to get started. I think they can hear us over there too. The speakers go out there. But hello, everybody. My name is Valerie Carrillo, aka V Dizzle. If you want to find me on socials, I'm V Dizzle777. But I am the founder of San Diego NFT Friends, which is the meetup you're at tonight. So thank you so much. I know you guys could be spending your time anywhere, maybe even at home in your bed, scrolling on Twitter, or maybe TikTok now that it's back. But I'm so glad you guys are here and investing in yourselves because this meetup is meant for education and to get you guys aware and expose you guys to some awesome people and technology and also networking if that's something you're looking to do. But I've been running this community since June of 2021 and I do this every single month. So if you are someone who has a product or a company and would like to speak, at one of our meetups, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm always looking to, uplift the community. But also too, if you have ideas for a meetup, feel free to reach out to me and I'd love to support and we can do it here at Edge. So want to thank Edge, where we're at today, their headquarters. Follow them on Twitter, Edge Wallet, and they have an awesome app where it's pretty integrated now with like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And so, yeah. And then also thank you so much to our sponsors today. We have DRMZ, I know who's going to do some giveaways. And then we have Thank Ape, which you guys should have gotten an envelope. If you didn't, come see me after. But thank you so much to Thank Ape, who sponsored the Ape Water, if you guys are drinking it. You might have seen some of the tea. If you got tea, shout out to Board Tea and Poppill. These are amazing community members who do amazing things with their IP. And then, of course, thank you so much to Sui, the Sui Network, and the community for sponsoring us today. They sponsored the Panda Express you guys were eating and the other drinks. And so, yeah, just the ability to make this feel, like we're at a little party. So, yeah, thank you so much to our sponsors. But we'll get into it. Let's start off with introducing our panelists. So let's start off with Rogelio. Go ahead.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Rod. I go by Rod on Twitter. It's my Web3 alias. A little recap about what we do. Me and my buddy Chili over here and Drew run the Cardano sort of conversation here in SoCal. We've been building for about 4 years now and really love the chain. We run a stake pool operation, and we just are here to learn more about Sui and obviously ApeChain and really participate in the community. So thank you for having us on the panel.
Hey, what's up? I go by Baron Von Hustle on Twitter. I run the social and community for the Bored Ape Yacht Club. I've been in crypto for forever, it feels like now, and just love that I get to hang out and talk with you guys about crypto.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alejandra. I'm here from the Sui Foundation, doing community events. Excited to be here. Yeah, that's what we're sharing. I'm coming from San Francisco, leaving tomorrow. I wish I could stay longer. I love San Diego. So fun.
Just going to Atlanta next. So if you want to go to meet up, Sui, meet up over there.
Yeah, come join us. There's snow, so maybe not.
Oh, yeah, we're in nice San Diego. But this is a panel on Cardano, ApeChain, and Sui Network, and what is up and coming in 2025. I mean, if you guys are online, there's so much to look at, so much news, but I really wanted to take a dive into what's happening in these networks. And so we're going to take it a little slow. We're going to go down a journey where, we're really going to go down the foundation of, what's the wallet people are using and all that. And then we'll dive a little deeper, and then we'll take some questions at the end too. So let's start off with Rogelio. So Rogelio, you've been on Cardano. And so I guess for anyone who is curious about Cardano or doesn't even know about it, what makes you excited about Cardano?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? A little recap of what we talked about. On the 17th, we had another event here for Cardano Focus. So what makes me excited about it is the soundness of the technology. It's been around for a long time without shutting down a single time. It's decentralized ecosystem, permissionless. It's really cost effective. Some development has happened in the last 2 years' time, so it's grown exponentially. And the governance conversation is really what hypes me up a lot. So we actually, I know we'll talk about it in a moment, but we signed a Cardano constitution in Argentina. December 3rd was when we went out to go do that. It was 63 countries being represented in Argentina and Nairobi, Kenya. And together we all, in 2 different locations, worked on the constitution, drafted it, revised it, make sure that it would protect the chain long term as it truly becomes a decentralized ecosystem in the hands of the community. And it is going to be ratified on chain in the next hard fork, which is coming up actually in a few weeks. So some SPOs or stake pool operators are already upgrading their nodes to the new version, which will include the rules of governance on Cardano. So governance is huge.
Awesome. So governance for Rogelio. And then Baron, what makes you excited about ApeChain?
So first of all, I'm going to preface with this, right? I work for the Bored Ape Yacht Club, not for ApeChain. So this is my perspective as someone who's a community member, not someone who works for ApeChain, right? I love that you can experiment on it and be really creative. There's almost no gas fees on it. And that's the part that we've seen a lot of apes getting really creative with their gamification and minting. Recently, there's been some really fun to be had where a project created something where when you mint and you move the object, there's a high burn rate. So there's this really fun gamification happening in these really neat ways to kind of try things. And that's what a lot of apes have been doing, is coming in and just experimenting. Like, what haven't I been able to accomplish that cost too much before? And they've been trying it on ApeChain over and over. And now we're getting to a point where we've been around for about 2 months as an ApeChain, right? Since ApeFest, we launched it in November in Portugal. then it's been like, this is where people are starting to feel momentum. Money is starting to come into it. And it's been really fun. I think that's the best part, is the community is already there. We come, Bored Apes are crazy and dedicated, and we support each other. So the way we see it mostly is a lot of community members are offering a part of themselves, and we're just supporting them. And that's really what it's been about for us.
That's awesome. So on the Sui side, there's a lot going on. So if you haven't heard of Sui, you're probably not in the like. Now we're in the top 12, right? We were really close to like pushing into ABA. We went back down, but we're like getting there. It's like that hot girl in the new school, right? Everyone's talking about Sui right now, and there's a reason for it, not just because of the market cap, but they're building a lot of exciting stuff. So I was telling people, if you never heard of Sui, so it actually comes from Libra. So if you remember back in the day, Facebook was trying to create their own cryptocurrency. A lot of things happened on the policy side. Things went down, but the creators of Libra left and created what now is Sui. So they learn a lot of those lessons from the policy side. They learn a lot of lessons on, customers and users, and, what does the community want. And right now we're doing a big push for North America for obvious reasons. What's going on? This is the year where I think the US like crypto policy is coming. But, we're really, really big on APAC, Europe, doing a lot of stuff. Most of our communities actually in APAC. So we're doing a big push for North America. A lot of the exciting things that are coming up is actually the launch of Walrus, which is a decentralized storage protocol. A lot of people are calling it the Filecoin killer because it's, again, going to be huge. It's chain agnostic. And they're doing some really cool projects being built on it. We have a very active gaming ecosystem. We're releasing a gaming device called Sui Play OX, which is actually like a console that you'll be able to play blockchain games. It's being released during GDC in March. So if you're coming to San Francisco, we are doing a huge gaming summit around that device. We'll have a lot of our partners display their games. So those are the two biggest projects currently, but we're doing a lot of new projects. We have a very active DeFi ecosystem. We have a very active meme coin ecosystem. We're not as big on the NFT side yet, but yeah, a lot of really, really cool things. I think one of my favorite things, even before I joined Sui Foundation, was how easy it is to be onboarded. Actually, I was gonna tell everyone, if you make a post about today's event and tag Sui Fam Official, which is our community account, come talk to me. I will give you 3 Sui right on the spot, and you create immediately a wallet connecting it to your email using what's called CK login. So one of my favorite things about Sui is that it is super easy to create a wallet, connecting it to your email using, again, CK. So that way it's still, your own wallet, but just so much easier than having to remember, 12 words. Most people won't remember. I don't even remember what I ate yesterday. So, I think it's what's going to, get everyone to understand blockchain. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on.
That's awesome. So something I do want to mention is that obviously we have 3 completely different chains, and I want to make sure that this is not about chains competing against each other. It's really about each panel, or each chain has something interesting to offer, and so this is really to provide education for you guys to go explore. So just want to make sure we make that really clear too. But it seems like, from everything that I'm hearing and what makes each of you excited, is it seems like there is a lot of community and a lot of support for each chain. And so I'd love to hear, because I think there's all different people in the audience. We're also live on X and YouTube. So hello, there's camera back there on the ceiling. But there's a lot of people watching as well, and so there's people who are developers, artists, content creators. I love to hear from each of your perspectives in the ways that you have felt supported, with the chain that you represent, and just how you see other people coming together. So go ahead, Alejandra.
Sure. So I will say Sui has a very thriving community. previously to see actually work with other layer ones that I'm not going to mention, but if you want to find out, go to my LinkedIn. And it wasn't like that. Community is really hard because it's just more than, you know, Twitter followers, is more than, you know, AMAs. Now everything's bots nowadays. You know, you don't even know if people are actually listening. So I think a determinant of a project is also like in real life activations, which is events like this. And we're doing a lot all over the US. Again, I'm going to Atlanta tomorrow. We did a few events in San Francisco, and we did an event in Kansas City, you know, and that was surprisingly a lot of people were like, hey, we want to accept crypto payments for the World Cup, you know, that's coming up in 2026, you know, and there's so much interest. But I feel like a lot of blockchain, somebody that's been in the community crypto space for a while, everyone wants to go to New York City, or everyone wants to do work in SF. I live in SF. SF is a great place, but it's just super saturated. And I think it's awesome to go to cities that are not as like popular, and that people are more willing to learn. So that's been like one of the biggest lessons that I learned this year on the crypto community side. Sometimes you get a better ROI in other cities that are, you know, not the hubs that people think about. So I really love that about Sui. And obviously the online community is great, tons of AMAs. We have a very thriving ambassador program on the content side. So if anybody's interested, we are still looking for ambassadors. So come talk to me on that. It is paid, by the way. And
We
Sui.
love that. And Edge is hiring too. Speaking of hiring. But Baron, I'm a mutant. I just recently became a mutant 6 months ago. Shout out to Swilson, gifted me the mutant. But I've just been exploring. You know, I know there's the MBA program, and obviously Think Ape is very supportive and sponsoring our events. But what else? Like also go into like MBA, and also you, because you're a Bored Ape member, and some of the support you've gotten and what you're doing, because you're also a community lead for Yuga too. So just, yeah, how does that look for people on ApeChain?
It's interesting. First off, I was retweeting, so I didn't hear the beginning of that. But you know, I listen and listen afterwards. But listen, the community is what it's all about. The Bored Ape Yacht Club are incredibly supportive. I'll give you a for instance. I met this young man last week for the first time ever. He's been in the club for 3 years, but we've been talking for months before.
Merch first.
And immediately he comes up to me with a gift of my Bored Ape made of a pillow, and not just myself, but a few others, right? So he's taking the initiative to bring a gift for IP. We're having these conversations, and all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, we live in the same place. Yeah, let's work on like hanging out more. And all of a sudden I'm thinking maybe we should do Bored Ape meetups here in San Diego, because we have them in LA. Why not here? And our community is worldwide. When we went to Ape Fest recently in Lisbon, we had 56 different countries represented from our club. That means we are super international. And ApeChain is not just for club members. You just need one ape coin to be able to participate in it. It's simply for anybody who wants to be in the ecosystem. And there's a lot of new apes now, who recently came in with a handful of ApeCoin, and I literally mean a handful of dollars, and flipped it into a mutant, and some over the weekend actually flipped into Bored Apes, right? Those are $10 to $60 assets that they're just getting because they hustled their ass off, and this community has so much opportunity right now. So that's one of the things that people are stoked about. The other thing is there's a lot of support for builders. We have a DAO that has a ridiculous amount of money that is just available for apes who need to build things. You have to go through a proposal process. Not always easy, but if it's worth it, it's worth it. Then there's the Banana Bill, which is another set of funding for entrepreneurs who are coming to build on ApeChain. So if you have a protocol, something you want to deliver, something where you just think you need some funding for, and you've been denied perhaps other places, we have another place there. Then Thank Ape has a third grant possibility, right? So it's like mega grant, middle grant, smaller grant for every kind of builder. People just don't know about it nearly enough. So my job most days is just being a bridge for the community, letting them know what's available. So I've been having meetings with probably 10 apes a day for the last 2 months, just telling them what there is out there, but also spending the time to get to know who they are, because we're a club at the deepest level of what it means, right? And so that is represented through ApeChain, because we kind of all have each other's back. And it's really been this beautiful new experience where you see all these ape content creators, new people who just popped up and they're hustling and they're going to be the next crypto Wendy. You know what I mean? Like when you see it on there, and they're just nobodies right now who are creating their voice. Nobodies. I don't mean that. You know what I mean? But somebody who didn't have a voice that's developing it now, and they're developing their following, and it's all because of this new opportunity. So just layers of opportunity right now, and we're just getting started. And today Garga announced something in Discord that like there's a secret project coming, Bored Apes, Mutants, Other Deeds. There's going to be some sort of reward for them, and I can't go into it, but like, oh, the details are going to be so sick when you guys hear them.
Awesome. And Rogelio, I mean, I know you just went to Argentina. You were nominated to be an ambassador. So clearly you had the support of the Cardano community. And obviously you host, meetups even here out of Edge. So I'd love to hear from your perspective what the community's been like for you.
Yeah, no, it's been a great sort of over the last 3 years building out an audience for Cardano out here in SoCal. I'm originally from LA, so I was sort of hitting up the meetups out there. Moved out here about seven years ago now. My daughter's 7, so that's my gauge. But we started off with just me and Chili, just popping up at the local bar. Not really a whole lot of support for Cardano at the time. There was waves of love and hate, mostly hate. And so, we started wearing these shirts that are on my chest right now, just walking into every ETH, Sol, XRP, whatever space you can imagine. So a whole lot of glances, right, one way or another. But it ended up being a good conversation starter for like, well, what's actually happening on the chain? And like, well, why do you like Cardano? And well, what's happening over here? So the last event that we did was actually on the 17th, and it was here. We had about 38 people show up. So it was our small little Cardano community that has grown. We have grown it, and actually shout out to Drew here, my other buddy who is rocking the Goat Tribe NFT hat. So am I right now. But he joined us as somebody in the community out in SoCal that also came out, was like, I love Cardano. Let's work collaboratively. Like, here we go. So it's really just been a community effort, the real grassroots, like, let me tell you. And we're starting now to pick up some steam as more people are becoming aware of what's happening on Cardano. But to give you a little recap, there's a lot of overlap. I really love to hear this because I am a Cardano ambassador. I became an ambassador when I started doing meetups. So I reached out to the foundation, Cardano Foundation, and they have foundation roles for people doing IRL meetups. Maybe you're doing social media content. Maybe you're doing those are the two big ones, really. If you're doing any translations or things like that, there's a big support for that as well because it's a global audience. Cardano, their IDO was in Japan. Most of the holders are in Latin America, Asia, Africa. Like it's huge, but people don't really know what's happening on Cardano. Project Catalyst would be another thing to speak about, which is a decentralized fund, arguably the biggest decentralized fund, although biggest is kind of subjective. So the point is, every few months you can apply. Anybody who's building, anybody who's doing community related things. We're talking, Barcelona was just onboarded so that Cardano will run their community management platform because of Project Catalyst. So someone applied, they had the connection to set up that conversation. And it's a community vote. So every ADA counts. So if you're holding ADA, you register your wallet and you vote in favor of or against. And so it's a huge ecosystem. It comes around every 6 months or so. So that's a huge thing to pay attention to. So there's the ambassador program, there's Project Catalyst. And then the third thing I would mention is Intersect MBO, which is a members-based organization. There's a free version or there's a $10 version. If you join the $10 version, you can basically apply for grants. So when I was elected to go to Argentina, it was out of this office as well. So shout out Edge for really supporting us on the ground. But it was in this office. There was about 30 of us just working at this document. Really, we're putting in 8 hours of work. Like that was the day that I realized, oh man, Cardano has a community of like focused individuals who didn't come to a party. They thought it was a party. It was a homework assignment that day. But yeah, we sat here for 8 hours, and by the end of it, 8 total people applied to be the delegate. I was elected. Chili decided not to participate because he's like, you know what, let's let it go to somebody else in the community. So another community member who we met that day was elected as my alternate. So we both were flown to Argentina. Cardano Foundation, Intersect MBO paid for everything. So they flew us to Argentina. We were there for a week. Again, it was 50 countries, 63 different groups of individuals, all of us signed this constitution. So there is support, is my point. There is a lot going on. There's money to go and grab if you're part of the community, you're trying to build something out. There's community support. I mean, we're all out here mingling with every chain possible because we know it's a cross-chain future that this is all about. And we have felt Cardano has been a little bit isolated. So now we're trying to really integrate into everything. So how can we work with Sui? How can we work with ApeChain? How can we work with any community that's out here building? So Year of the Snake, I think, is symbolic, right? The Ouroboros on my chest. It's one of my favorite symbols. And partly if you know how stake pools operate and how the ecosystem works, it's supposed to feed into itself. And based on what has been building, I would say it's a great moment for anybody who's interested to join the community, dive in, hit up our Twitter spaces, hit up our IRL events, partner up with all of us doing events, and just really let's have our communities grow, because it seems like there is a lot on the ground. The Twitterverse is a bit weird sometimes. So anyway.
Awesome. Well, lots of stuff going on, definitely. I love to ask Baron, as far as ApeChain. So what do you feel like ApeChain needs to do to improve, actually? Like, where are you guys headed and what needs to be done in your opinion? Because like you said, a lot of people are not as aware, and I think that sometimes people get turned off because it seems so ape focused, but really all you need to own is just one ape, right, to be really part of the ecosystem. Sure, you can get a mutant, a bored ape, but really you just need an ape to transact on the chain and be part of the ecosystem and governance. So from your perspective, where do you feel like there needs to be improvement, and like where can people help? Because obviously it's not just going to be one person or one team. Where do you feel like people can help?
It's an L2 issue, not just ApeChain. It's about getting money on the chain. Simply put, like, there's a lack of liquidity because people are attention trading. So as you know, abstract's going to come out soon. The attention will switch there and it'll just go in a circle until the actual real projects kind of pop up and everything else, whatever L2 chain. There's going to be a lot of things that burn out. That's just how it is. So really what it is that you need is liquidity to come in, and you need people to come in with energy. So for an instance, a community member launched a meme token platform called Ape Express. It's our version, essentially, of Pump Fund, but not all of them bond as quickly as you would like them to because of lack of liquidity versus perhaps Solana meme coins or whatever else, right? So with that said, if you get in early enough, you can actually make an insane killing because the risk reward. However, you end up playing a PvP, in a matter of speaking, against your peers, and that's not always the best feeling. That's why we kind of thrive on the NFT, because it's a communal win versus, the coins PvP kind of like I win, you lose situation. So can I give you the answer of what should be done? No, because I hear about it every day and I can't actually say that. But what I personally think is that people just have to have more fun, and our banana bill and our bigger grants are actually bringing in enormous projects and companies and signing things, and behind the scenes, the partnership stuff that's coming along is going to be massive across so many different fronts that people are just going to be like, wow, I didn't know they would just go with. We've already partnered with BMW. We've already partnered with other large companies like that. Some of the ones I found out today, you guys are going to be thrilled about. And that's hard to say for myself, because when I heard it, I was like, this is the part I hate about this job, is I have to speak in random riddles and I can't really say anything.
Soonish.
Yeah, soonish things are happening and they're going to be awesome. No, every day we're cooking. When everyone else was launching little metas last year, we were skating to where the puck had to be. We're not looking to follow. We're not trying to be penguins. We're Bored Apes. We're doing our own thing. When you say ApeChain, it is for everyone. We're very tribal, so it may seem like you're not welcomed, but if you jump into our spaces, they're just happy people who are there to help each other, and they're on there constantly. Some spaces will last 4 to 5 days, and it's just a rotation of the same people with the same energy, and they're somewhat psychotic because they're so passionate. But you need that, right? You need that, because we wake up First thing I bet most of us do, check our portfolio, our phone, our Twitter, whatever. I know I check it 20 times a day, minimum. I'm addicted to my phone and my socials. And I know that's what we need more of, honestly, in order to get the chain going. More crazy, passionate people.
I love that. And that's so true. I've been up like 2 a.m. and there's an ApeChain, Ape Spaces, like they're crazy. So there is a lot of passionate people. So if you're wanting to build, check out ApeChain for sure. Alejandra, I noticed, actually Keegan, shout out to Keegan, he noticed Sui Network, he noticed that Sui Network sponsored the crypto ball with Trump. That's a big deal. I mean, you know, however you feel about Trump politically, we're not going to go down that road. But just for any network, I mean, I saw Kraken on there. I think there was maybe one other, but Sui was up there. And so, you know, what's going on with them? Like, I'm new to the ecosystem and I'm here to learn too. And so I feel like there's something going on. Like, there has to be. So
there's definitely information I don't know about, and even if I knew, there is recording going on right now.
We're not recording.
So, can't speak much on it, but all I will say is I'm bullish, and you should be too, for many reasons. Remember, I said like this year is going to be the North America year. You know, where in the past 3 years we've seen so many companies leave the United States to go to Singapore, to go to Lisbon, to go everywhere because legislation is better. Labor is cheaper too. You know, you can get a lot of builders to do things. And the main concern was always SEC. But I think this year is really going to change things. And again, Sui learned from past Libra mistakes. And I think this year they will do a lot better. They're well connected. Again, all of the team, the core team, has been in the space before like crypto was crypto. You know what I mean? So they're just ahead of the game. They know this ecosystem is like kind of everyone knows each other, you know, in a way. So if you have been in the space, you know, more than like 6 years, 7 years, you are like you know, early, like the kind of like the Vitalik, you know. So that's what I will say, that they're just really well connected. You should be bullish. That's all.
Well, yeah, I mean, so I don't know much again, but just I think it was last week we had Aptos come and speak to
saw
us.
that. Yeah.
And so I don't know, there's drama, right? Some of the founders.
I mean, there's the rivalry because of
yeah.
they're also come from Libra,
Mhm.
you know. But I will say this again. I've been to a lot of their workshops. They're also, you know, I'm in San Francisco. Their team is also based in San Francisco. They're doing good stuff, you know. But at the end of the day, numbers talk, right?
Well, yeah,
like the numbers.
I didn't see Aptos sponsoring the crypto ball, I mean?
So. But hey, maybe competition is good. That's all I will say. You know, it makes the ecosystem better.
Yeah.
And if they do better than us, then hey, level up, get better, right?
Sure.
Don't be bitter, be better.
I like that. Don't be bitter, be better. I love that. And yeah, it was really interesting, you know, because the guy who's representing from Aptos, you know, he did say, you know, there was some competition, and so yeah, it's just be really interesting to see this, you know, what goes on in the next year, because I'm starting to hear people start say Sui is going to be the next chain after Solana. Solana's clear winner of this cycle right now, but I'm hearing people saying it might be Aptos, it might be Sui. I don't know, but
yeah, I think Solana and Sui are like the more comparable ones. A lot of our team actually is ex Solana, right? On the builder side,
right?
And I think I can't speak again. I know the Solana ecosystem, but I'm not a builder. So a lot of people have said that building on Solana is just more complicated than building on Sui, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of people have left Solana to build on Sui. I'm sure each chain has their advantages. I mean, Solana does have a massive community, a very like cult-like following, which is good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we need the people who are wanting to be in part of the cult, psychotic, as Baron said. So, yeah. I think we all kind of are in our own way. Yeah. I mean, this guy brings a pillow to, I don't know, meet him. Both of them. Hey, you met your perfect match. But I know we're coming up on time already. It's these things take, go very quick. They go very quick. But I do want to touch a little bit on the gaming because I feel like that's where Sui has kind of put all their focus. They're coming out with the console soon. So is there anything you can tell us on that side of the chain? Because I know in general, gaming takes years to do, and we already have, these platforms like Riot and Epic who have been trying to pump these games, but these gamers go to like the same type of games, all the time, whether it's Fortnite or it's Call of Duty or whatever the staples are, And so, any insight or anything that you've heard, from your team that makes them feel confident that they'll succeed in the gaming industry?
Yeah. So the device that we are is you can actually pre-order right now. If you go into Sui Play OX, you can pre-order the device, and it will get to your door as soon as it's available. We are doing a large gaming summit around GDC, so if you happen to be in San Francisco in March, check it out. Come talk to me. I'll get you an invite. And on the gaming side, we have a very active, thriving ecosystem. A lot of people actually from LA, like people that were in movies that have like a lot of this like gaming experience from Web2 are coming in and building on the blockchain. We have a few games. Actually, one, he uses a lot of IPs from like famous like TV shows. Like it's kind of out of my time, but if you know about Inspector Gadget, I just learned about it because I'm not American. One, I'm not American. Two, I feel like that's like not in my generation. But he's basically taking all this IP. He's basically taking all this IP and making it into games, right? Because think about how much of like old TV shows, they're there, like collecting dust, and they're probably never going to use it. But for a lot of people, it's a memory, or it's like just more of that sentimental thing, right? So they're grabbing a lot of these old TV shows or a lot of things that are popular culture and putting it into games and giving people rewards. People can collect different coins. We're also working on a few like meme coin games as well. Then people can do different things. And we're working with a lot of builders. There's a lot of grants on the gaming side. Yeah, it's a very very active ecosystem. Where it gets hard, I don't game. I'm not in the gaming space, but I see a lot of people. Maybe I will get into it because of Sui, but I think it's dangerous. I'd rather not get into it.
Oh, but you get into memes?
No, into and gaming.
Well, no, I'm saying if you don't get into gaming, would you get into memes?
Well, I do like the memes.
And that's not dangerous.
I guess in that way. But yeah, very very active. A lot more to come. On the gaming side, I think most of the alpha will be released during the gaming summit, so I can't speak too much on it. But if you can make it,
what date is the gaming summit?
It's gonna be on March 16. It's
March
around
16.
GDC.
GDC in San Fran, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Mark your calendars if you're interested.
And I can get you the link if you guys are interested in coming out.
What about VIP? Can you get us VIP?
Sure.
Okay. Oh. Yay. Let's go. All right. San Diego NFT Friends utility. Let's go.
And I know for these events, we're also gonna be giving out a few of the devices. Like assuming they are out by then, that's the goal.
Okay.
Yeah. Dates don't mean much nowadays for engineers, so sometimes I don't know yet. So if it is out, I'm assuming they're gonna give out a few.
Okay, exciting. I'll keep a lookout. But you know who to contact? Alejandra, Keegan. Oh, Keegan, go ahead. Yeah, well, let's wait. We're wrapping up here a little bit. But is there any last things you want to tell the community or any announcements?
So, like I mentioned earlier, I am giving out free Sui to anybody that posts about the event. You can say anything. I love the event. It was an interesting event. Whatever you want to say, right? Just tag Sui Fam Official, which is our community account. Show me the tweet. and I will give you a link for you to claim your SUI. And if you're interested on the ambassador side, we do have a ambassador program. It is paid in SUI. So if you can either be on the content side or the event side. So if you're interested in hosting local meetups here in San Diego, talk to me. Or if you're interested on being on the content side, outside of being paid on the content side, you get added to our alpha group. So you get a lot of the announcements before they even get to the public. So I would say that's even more valuable than the SUI, you know? So come talk to me. I'll send you the application.
Oh, and last thing, for anyone who's super new and doesn't know what wallet to even download for Sui, what do you recommend?
Yeah, so Sui Wallet is in the App Store. We are also using a thing called Stashed, which is the links that I'm using to give people Sui. So it's basically just like a link. You click it, connect it to your email, and then you click claim, and you have Sui. So it's like super, super easy.
So you get a notification in your email and you can claim it from there.
So no, do it right there and there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
happy to talk to you guys about it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Alejandra. All right, Baron. So, Baron, I have a question for you. So with ApeChain, I know you guys have a couple different games and different things you can do. I know you've got the Dookie Dash Championship, right? For anyone who doesn't know,
Tomorrow.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Wait. So wait. Tell me a little bit. What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow at 1 p.m. we're doing a Dookie Dash tournament of champions where they'll be giving away a ton of different prizes for people who qualified throughout the season. They won golden plungers and they get to do Dookie flips. And
Interesting conversation.
Each plunger gets a minimum cash prize of 1,000 ApeCoin, all the way up to much larger things I don't think have been said yet. And then there's a separate mini tournament where someone's going to win $25,000 just throughout the tournament structure of the day. And that'll be on Bored Ape Yacht Club socials tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific.
Okay. And for those who don't know, Dookie Dash you can play on your browser or download in the App Store, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And it's free and you don't even need to own Ape to play. But I also know you guys have platforms like toptrader.xyz. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Top Trader is like a really high fun leverage game where you can do leverage plays up to 1,000x. It was really insane. It's a little tournament structure. But then what a cool company did out there, I believe they're called G-Trade. They made the high leverage 500x thing real life with ApeCoin. So you can either do practice Top Trader and you buy in a tournament top $10 ApeCoin or something, or you can actually do it with real money. And that's really fun. I would advise it. I do it a lot and I'm really bad at it, but lots of fun opportunity.
Okay, but I like that. So if you're new to the ecosystem, you can go on ApeChain, check out Top Trader, and just start getting familiar with how to trade with real assets, but with fake money, you could say.
Yeah, essentially, like you're learning how to do high leverage trading.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, there you go. For anyone who's new, check it out. Baron, is there anything else you want to talk about with ApeChain ecosystem? What's going on there? I also know real quick, the MBA program. Yes, MBA program.
That's so much going on. So MBA program, we just announced today, actually.
What is MBA for those who don't?
What is MBA? I'm so used to talking so quickly.
Made by Apes.
Yeah, Made by Apes. Thank you so much. It is a program that we have that is available to all apes, where essentially you become part of this MBA collective of apes who are selling together. And speaking of collective, today we announced the Bored Ape MBA Shopify Collective, where for the first time we're putting a bunch of different Made by Apes companies together on one website under the Bored Ape Yacht Club website to really help amplify their sales. So that's going to be cool. At first, it was about how can we help teach you? So we did something called MBA sessions, where we had a lot of different high professionals come into our Discord and teach about IP, teach about leverage, teach about law, all these things that you just get as a free perk for being in the club as an MBA. The next thing that was announced was the MBA sessions will be coming back this February. So we're getting a second round of speakers, as well as
that's in the Discord, right?
That's in the Discord as well. As well as a new thing that's a 4-week course that's a MBA university type of thing, which is going to be really cool. I believe that's through Open Campus. So for US-based apes who want to sign up, that's available to you. And we're just adding more resources constantly to learn, improve, help you sell, grow your business, whatever. The other thing for gaming for us, Gargas said that we're going to open the other side to perpetual world this summer or sooner, maybe.
In the metaverse. For
Yeah, in
those
the
who don't know,
metaverse.
other side is a metaverse.
So that's our gaming system where everything is kind of incorporated into it. And there's just so many different things we've got going on. So pick something you want to have fun with, and we probably have it available for you.
I agree. I love that. And so shout out, you're a part of the MBA program, right? And so he has his, pillow company. He does other merch, and, you can go and plug into community, and, there's already support for you there. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
All right. And Rogelio. So Rogelio, man, you got the stake pool that you guys are doing. I know that's huge for you guys. Why don't you talk a little bit about that? Like, why is it important? Why do you need people to come stake with DRMZ? And maybe also talk about some of the fun stuff that you enjoy too, because I think that's important, right? The tech stuff's cool, but that can get nerdy for a lot of people. But let's also talk about things that, make the system fun.
Yeah, I'll start with the serious and then go towards the fun. So the serious is we decentralize the network with our stake pool. So there's 3,000 plus stake pools that are currently decentralizing Cardano. The way that it works is you get 4 to 5% APY baseline from the protocol, and you get paid based on your stake. So where we come in is we provide a sound solution, a very robust and solid stake pool operation that any of you holding ADA can delegate to our pool, strengthen what we are doing. It's essentially a miner for ADA, and you get paid rewards based on what you hold. We get paid rewards based on what the pool does to mint blocks for the network. So we all win, yay. And at no point are we taking anything from you. You're getting paid by the Ouroboros protocol itself. So that's sort of why we need the delegation, right? So like Alejandra, my buddy Chili and I actually will be giving away some ADA to any of you that want to learn how to stake your wallet to our stake pool. So come and see one of us, and we'll also be showing you how to download a wallet, basically send you some ADA to stake. Just you need 5 to lock up in the network when you stake to a pool. So we send enough for that transaction to go through. At that point, you have a wallet that's staked to our pool perpetually. And so obviously you take your big bags of ADA and you get them off the centralized exchanges and you put them in your self-custody wallet, because that's the best way to manage your keys in this ecosystem. And at the same time, you're supporting our stake pool and decentralization itself. So it's a fairly easy process. It sounds much like what you were talking about right now, and I love all the. So there's the protocol that we use to airdrop is called POO, proof of onboarding, because it was created by a Husky, who is our native resident dog meme coin on Cardano. It's going to stay at 0 as the long-term sort of marketing scheme of that coin. It's worth 0. It's a shit coin, but it's gone. It fluctuates a lot. So check it out. Husky's quite cool. And actually, at the last event, we promised everybody who showed up an airdrop of that token. So we have it in a wallet. We just haven't figured out. We're waiting for one more token to be airdropped. So we'll basically issue out a bunch of tokens to those of you that came to that last event and claimed that NFT that we gave away. But essentially, we'll be doing the same thing today. So if you want to set up a wallet, the wallet is VESPR wallet, Vesper wallet. We'll send you some ADA. We'll send you our NFT. You'll stake to our pool. And again, the goal is to decentralize moving forward, become part of our community. We need that liquidity. So that question about what does Cardano need? It definitely needs more attention, more audience, more folks paying attention to what's happening on Cardano. And if you already have ADA, a lot of the time people just leave it sitting on, Binance or Coinbase or whatever. Don't move it to a self-custody wallet and delegate to a pool. So that's the serious stuff. On the fun side, we have a version of pump.fun on Cardano called snek.fun, SNEK.fun. And it's a great platform for launching meme coins. Cardano at this point has a very robust meme and NFT ecosystem. On the gaming side, we've got a few things building. There's Cornucopias, which is an immersive metaverse play that's probably the biggest one on the chain. We have something that we announced the other day was Hydra is a layer 2 solution that is going to ramp up Cardano's TPS. Basically, while we were in Argentina, we were running Doom on Cardano. Every frame is a transaction. And so imagine now Cardano hitting 1 million TPS on one Hydra head. And you can open up as many Hydra heads as you would like. So this is an exponential TPS play for Cardano. It's layer 2. It's called Hydra. And so in any case, we have a Doom contest that's going on the Cardano side. I say we, but the one thing that I think is kind of cool here to sort of share with the audience is that Cardano is really a decentralized ecosystem. So it's just us. It's the stake pools basically operating as marketing little projects amongst themselves. And when you're like, well, are you working with the foundation? Well, we apply to the foundation for funding, but it's really just us. It's the community members out here running the chain, marketing for the chain. That really becomes the way to learn about Cardano. And what we'll be giving away as well, given the nice wheel over here, once you have your Vesper wallet, we'll be raffling off some NFTs called the Working Dead NFTs, which are one of my favorite on the chain. It's actually a cross-chain project already. So if you have an Ethereum wallet, a Solana wallet, or a Cardano wallet, you can connect to it. It's a decentralized learning management platform that is ready to go. So if you have to teach about, so you're talking about ApeChain, I'm like, dude, let's bring that over to Cardano / Ethereum and run it on work.courses. And when you said MBA, I was like, I'm a teacher by day. So I was like, a master's program on what? No, but I like made by Bored Apes. That's kind of what we have going on. You know, it's a robust ecosystem. Cardano is always doing stuff all over the globe, but really we think of ourselves as a small little community out here in SoCal. We are ramping up to LA. We've done events all over the coast. Like we've gone to every meetup that we can to represent Cardano and talk to the community about what's going on. Charles actually mentioned he really likes Sui tech, so we're like, how can we build with Sui? But it's all collabs. It's really a cross-chain future that we're all about. So.
And you've partnered with Riptide, who is a community for the upcoming San Diego Football Club, aka soccer team that's coming to San Diego.
Yes,
right?
Yes. So we met them just meeting up at Hopnonymous, which is the local. Shout out to Remy at Hopnonymous, who's another partner of ours that wants us to gamify his experience at his bar on Cardano. And we met the Riptides there, and I became a Riptides member, and so I was talking to them about how are you managing all your things, and they were like, just Excel sheet. I was like, oh no, we're gonna do an NFT. It's gonna be way cooler than that. But no, there's a bunch of great people, and we're gonna be part of the tailgates. So we'll have a nice old DRMZ area for the tailgates. We live really close to the stadium, so yeah, that SDFC crew is gonna be really fun. So come out and drink and party and hang out with us for the fun stuff.
Awesome. Well, this is exciting. Everybody in every chain has something awesome to give and support. And I think that's what a lot of us builders need is, the money and the community, to bring these ideas that we have to life. But I'd love to open it up for any questions now for our panelists. Just come up and I'll hand you the microphone. Anybody? Keegan, didn't you have a question? Yeah, I come up here. I don't know if I need the mic. Yes, for the live stream. Wherever you want.
Is this on camera here for the edge? I kind of want to. Oh, so, okay. All right. Well. All right. So no. First off, I really appreciate everyone on this stage and everybody in this audience just giving time, showing up, being present, making an impact. You guys, ground game strong over here. But aside from that, you guys, this is amazing to see cross chain up here, just talking and sharing and giving time. I really am excited, like what's happening here, like in San Diego right now. I can feel it, like, a lot of good stuff. And so the question I had kind of for each of you is because I feel like you each kind of have like, you're working with different people that are, let's say, behind the curtains a little bit, like the inner circle, in, if you will. Doesn't matter what chain it is. I feel like I can sense it. Now, without giving us any alpha, I'm not asking for alpha. We're not asking for alpha here. I just want to know, based on like the past like couple weeks, because some of us spend hours upon hours in this space all the time on our phones, as we said, we've seen some of the writing on the wall over the past half year, maybe 10 months, maybe like, hey, things are starting to shift. Generally, people are feeling crypto not as like a negative connotation, but as like more accepting. There's more legislation, more policy, more government, more acknowledging of this is a legitimate thing. Let's treat it like it's a legitimate thing, not an illegitimate thing. So my question is, the people that you're having conversation with on the teams, on the avenues that you work with, what's the sentiment been the past 2-3 weeks in terms of how things have changed with some of the policies and governments, with whatever you can share? Like, has there been more of like a upbeat, positive, like, hey, we should get ready for this, or here's what we can do now, like without saying like, yeah, we're doing this, and this, but like what's kind of overall the vibe, Ben, if we will, for 2025 in January?
Yeah, super bullish. As you know, Charles Hoskinson, who is one of the founding members of the Cardano community, is very involved in conversations with the higher ups, let's just say, or he's making himself available for those conversations, and he's been a great rep in political conversations. Right, there was one that I remember him going up in front of. I don't remember if it was Congress, but basically he never said Cardano one time, like at all. It's like, you got the national stage. Like that's when you say it. He's like, no, he's talking about blockchains, the ecosystem. Like, it wasn't about pumping my bags. I was like, pump my bags, Charles. But no, so that's making everybody bullish, the fact that there is new legislation coming. Yeah, I think I'll sort of leave it at that. I think the changes are good. The energy is there. There's people just looking at the ecosystem as this new place to build, because in particular with Cardano, it's an American-based company. So you know what that means as far as tax, if Trump fulfills his promise to the crypto community.
Gains.
So we'll see American companies getting a pass on crypto taxes would be huge for Cardano, I'll say.
I will just say yes. The rules have changed. Things are going to be real fun this year, especially for the Bored Apes.
Apish.
I think this year is the year where there's going to be, I already said it, massive movement in North America, including Canada. I know that's a tricky one, but massive things happening, not only on the government side, on the community side. You know, crypto is going mainstream with, like, your mom asked you about it, your aunt that told you was a scam. She's starting to ask questions. The people I went to college with that said it was a scam, now they're asking me. I'm like, blocked, you know? So it's getting
We're
mainstream.
onboarding.
Like,
We're supposed to be onboarding.
no, I'm just kidding. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah, yeah.
I just leave them on red.
All right.
I don't block.
Ruins the algorithm.
And there's ChatGPT. They don't need me. I'll be like, okay, one sui for your worries.
All that. All right. Any other questions from the audience? Anything? Oh, yeah, come over here.
Thank you. I'll talk to the dragon. So my question is, as the youngest person, I would assume in this room, I have the beautiful opportunity to be the most degenerate, which is something that I cherish every morning. So my question is, this has been deemed the AI super cycle by some of the top influencers in the space. I want to know what your elevator pitch is for why your chain, why your token is the most suited to capitalize off the AI super cycle that is purportedly inbound.
So I will say a few things. So the SUI ecosystem, there's a few projects on the AI space. So I will encourage you to look into Atoma Network. That's one of them. They're building agents. I mean, everyone is now, but they're doing a lot of stuff on blockchain and the AI space. But as well, this is where Walrus, or decentralized storage protocol, is going to come in hand, because AI needs just so much storage, and so many people rely on, like, AWS, Vercel, and that just centralized, and that's a big problem. So now we're seeing that it's going to get to a point where we need not only storage solutions, energy solutions. So this is where there's so much movement right now on the ecosystem. We're actually doing a hackathon in March in San Francisco on the intersection of AI and blockchain, specifically in the SUI network. So I'm very much looking forward. That's like the hype right now. Everybody's building agents and doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna for Bored Apes and then ApeChain. That's not it. We're not the AI place necessarily. Like, there's stuff that's in the back that is being considered for certain things, perhaps in the other side, as agents and NPCs of sorts. But it's that'd be the extent of it that I could share.
On the Cardano side of things, I'd say look into Masumi Network, MASUMI. It's a big network that's coming out of Germany, being onboarded into Cardano by the NMaker community, which is a real-world asset tokenizing company. They're one of my favorite plays. So a little background on the AI stuff is I got huge into AI in 2022. I'm a teacher, I said, by profession. So I teach at a local college. So as soon as ChatGPT launched, it was like, all right, let's use it in the classroom. And that was insane at the time, because literally there's all kinds of curricular design that is now in shambles because of AI, and there's all kinds of questions about unethical practices and all that jazz. So building bots and knowing how easy it is to do it with the APIs and all that, I would actually preach a little caution. I'd say a lot of these AI narratives are actually just Joe Schmo in the background typing some commands. And so be very cautious doing your research about what is behind the tokens. But once you see some protocols that are building some actual solutions, maybe portfolio managers, maybe agents that you like, that's what I would pay attention to, is what is actually being built of substance in this AI conversation, because I think it may just mirror the metaverse conversation of the last cycle. And of course, I love the metaverse. I teach in the metaverse. I design immersive experiences for my classes in the metaverse. But it's just not, it wasn't what it was promised to be that cycle. So I think AI might face something similar. I do see a lot of influx coming into the space. So I know every chain is trying to build something related to AI. I'd also say there are tokens that are meme tokens that are launching on every coin, of course, some AI chatbots, AI, whatever. Tread carefully is what I would say. So maybe I didn't do a good job of pitching Cardano as the AI chain, but there's a lot of security, and it's not a chain that aspires to break things and then fix them along the way. We take our time and we do it right the first time. And that's why it's endured as it has, and it hasn't shut down one time in 7 years of running. So there's a reason for that. Obviously, lacking liquidity and lacking, attention is a big thing too. So we'll see how robust the ecosystem is once we get more people. But AI, I think, is a good play. I hear the narrative. I'm with you on the narrative, and I think that it's not going to go anywhere this year at all. Negative anyway. It's going to be in the conversation outside, in the academic conversations for businesses. Everyone wants agents of some kind.
I'll take one more question if anyone has one. Nope. All right, then. Well, we'll close it off with that. Thank you so much to our panelists, Alejandro from flying down from San Francisco, Baron leaving his puppy Coda, dog dad here. Thanks for coming. And Rogelio, thank you for coming. I know your wife let us borrow you tonight, so thank you. And your babies, yeah. But yeah, if you enjoy stuff like this, make sure you follow us on Luma event page, right? lu.ma/red-rug. So Red Rug is my Web3 event company. So I do the events out of here, San Diego NFT Friends, but I also do events all around the US. So if you want to come out to any of those, make sure you subscribe. We're also going to go to international. We're going to go to Japan in May. So keep save up your money, save up your crypto, make some money off of those meme coins. And our next meetup will be here at Edge Wallet, February 19th, same time from 6:30 to 9 with Count on Sheep, which is a San Diego-based crypto-focused tax firm. So they already spoke here during October, but obviously from October to now, things have changed quite dramatically. So we will have Justin, who is our CPA here, talk to us, and you can ask him any questions you'd like. And he's pretty upfront, pretty honest, and straightforward. So yeah, come back February 19th for San Diego NFT Friends meetup. March is TBA, and then April, I think we're gonna have a ape-focused event, by the way. So keep tabs on that. I'd also like to open up now. If anybody has anything they want to come up and promote, whether it's your own meetup group, a business, something that you do, feel free to come up and share. Does anybody want to come up and share anything?
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Creatress Sara Imora, for anyone I haven't met. I am actually a performing artist, and anytime you guys hear of any cool events coming up, like Ordinals events, Web3 events, if you know of anyone organizing an event, please tell them to keep me in mind. I do Web3 related art because it ends up on the blockchain. But what I really do is I make a 3D sculpture in front of an audience using usually a screen, and I do it in real time. And I actually, right now, for anyone who is in the industry, I have a proposal, an active proposal up in the Little Nouns DAO for them to fund my upcoming performance, which would be at the opening night of ETH Denver in 2025. So last year I performed at the opening night, thanks to a Nouns Amigos prop. So this year I'm trying to do it again, but I'm doing it with collaborating artists. So if anyone has a little noun, would love your vote, or if you know anyone who has a little noun, let them know. The voting window is only open for 2 days. So thank you very much.
Hey everyone, my name's Chris Groshong. I run a nonprofit that's just started called the Crypto Recovery Alliance. I've been doing crypto fraud investigation work for over 5 years, but one of the big problems is that there's so many people who can't afford to get the help that they really need. And not only are we going to be able to provide no-cost blockchain forensics for victims who desperately need it, we're also going to be providing access to low or no-cost mental health care services so people can process the trauma of being a victim, and preventative education so they can realize when they're being retargeted. Because there's a whole demographic of people who don't understand how scams really work, and they keep getting targeted over and over again. So if you're interested in volunteering, being a part of this, please feel free to contact me afterwards, or you can visit us at the cryptorecoveryalliance.org. And I definitely want to talk to the different blockchain folks here about proposals and how that can benefit nonprofits as well.
Awesome. Anybody else? Okay. Alliance.org. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Celebrate Chinese New Year is officially next Wednesday, but we had a little early celebration. But now, if you guys got a red envelope, that is usually given out traditionally in the Chinese culture. Usually there is cash money inside, but you guys can open it, and you guys will be airdropped 10 ape. So you guys will be able to participate in the ecosystem, whether you want to put up proposals in the DAO, whether you want to be part of the ApeChain and check out things, but you don't have to do anything. If you already RSVP'd, put in your wallet, then I have that information. Just make sure you come. Oh yeah, here. Gong hei fa choi. There you go. Happy New Year. So yeah, so this is the cards that are inside are instructions, basically how to add ApeChain to the network. If you have a MetaMask wallet, any Ethereum based wallet, you can add ApeChain to that. And yeah, and go check it out. And so yeah, I will make sure to come talk to each of you, or if I don't get to you, come talk to me, because I need to check you in to verify that you are here, because this is only exclusive for in-person attendees. I know we had like over 300 people RSVP because I think all of you were expecting that airdrop, but this is just to be rewarded for coming. So hopefully I can give more back to you as you guys keep coming to our meetup. So Happy New Year. Make sure you talk to Alejandro. Make your social media posts if you want to get airdrop Sui. You now have ApeCoin, and then I'll give it up to Rogelio. You also have airdrop you're gonna do for Ada. So yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. So we'll show you how to stake, either find Chili or myself. So Chili's right here. Raise your hand, Chili.
All right. Well, that's it. You guys can take whatever you guys want. There's merch. There's Sui chopsticks, fortune cookies. Please take some. If you need to take some food home, I have tinfoil. We can wrap it up for you, and you can take some home too. So, yeah. How did you want to do it? Did you want to write things down, or you want to?
Yeah, no. So whoever comes in to set up the wallet, if you have a wallet, we'll just run a giveaway.
Okay.
Anyone who's holding, basically.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. You signed up under chill? So I'm checking you into verify because I'm going to do an airdrop.
Oh,
You do have to sign up when you're educated.
Oh, okay.
So this is a video tutorial on showing you how to add it to the network. And this should bring you to the 8.1 right now.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't have to anybody.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm airdrop. It's not.
Oh. Also, this is the first part.
Yeah, so I'm verifying everyone was in attendance.
So they're going to come here.
Yeah, before they
Do you
leave.
know that?
I announced that, but if it's in here.
All right. Well, helping people.
You don't need to do anything to that. But it's gonna be. And you were Jeff. How are you? I know. I need to R in my name. You are. And you shared your wallet, right? Like that was one of the questions when you are 16. Yep. That's for Cardano. That's the number that you. Okay, no, I got it. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay, so I think that's unlimited. Yeah, so it's probably yes. Oh, you didn't. Okay. So what I decided to do then was So yeah, you should have it by tomorrow. So yeah, it's gonna be airdrop. Yeah, so with that, well, the YouTube tutorial. Oh, okay. So yeah, do it.
But our first yeah, yeah, we've gotten to know over the years, so I highly recommend it. It's free to go. Yeah, tickets are free. You just sign up and classic. Yeah, so it's not like $100 conference. No, this is the way. Honestly, like I recommend.
Oh, you emailed me. Okay, yeah, I have it.
I believe it's 2 weeks. There's a week on hackathon, but then actual like probably stuff goes on. Yeah.
Yeah, let me know anytime.
I apologize. I know, I don't know what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is not the
Yeah. So usually. Preacher side. Yeah. So yeah, usually. Sometimes it's usually a week, but.
I mean, okay, what is?
But that would be. No. Well, preacher performance in it.
There is no,
I still work for. Yeah.
okay. Well, if you wanted to. Yeah. All you need to do is sign up with,
This is my show.
you need a wallet.
Okay.
I'm not. No, my ex.
Are you new to crypto? Or you just, what brings you in?
Actually, I built one.
But he stayed for me.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were friends in college.
Oh,
Literally, it's 14 my way.
Yeah, we're just like walking around.
Mine 14.
Yeah, now you're setting up a light account. It just takes 4 days. Eventually, you're gonna want to update it to a full account. So usually in the password, keys, password, that's it. But for now, it's just helping you get on ramp.
Okay, I just find out my fingerprints are the same. So All right, it's not
Before,
open.
like maybe 3 years ago, was
But,
like
all right.
you
Does
couldn't
anybody
even
really
do
want
that.
to
You couldn't even like really
go do this, go do that?
find
Unless I look at verbally, all this stuff.
And you're setting up your initial wallets, doesn't matter.
Hey, I'm not posting that up.
And then if you get stuck, you have a button up there. Tap it.
Hopefully that means it's not an issue.
And see right here, call for assistance. That's my
Yeah, so. Like, because. So, this one,
Yeah, this happened for you.
You don't know about it,
You don't have to right now. No, you can load up to $50.
But how does it get to the theory wall? Like how does it find
Even nerdy like Bay Area.
How do they feel?
Yeah. Got it. That's your email address. They receive.
So are they like, are they neutral? No, they're. Are they open to listening? They're not absorbing it like. Oh, he must be pissed. He must be pissed.
So the receive screen trigger said backing up
Wow.
your account, allowing you to see the
It's just different. So they feel.
Because you're allowed to buy up to $50 before you have to upgrade it. But receiving is forcing you to upgrade before you can upgrade it.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you. You just like, you just think so really good.
That she sent you crypto and make sure you're buying Ocean, if you know where they get that back.
We're really.
Alright, did they drop the theory wallet? Okay, let me double check.
Have better frequency, and this is just like.
I mean, I've been vocal, I've been verbalizing for a while. So that.
So you're the one who's primarily.
Actually, we can say it, you can get. It can, it has so many positive things. But it's just a matter of.
Well, let me check her in first.
So
Danielle.
We know Mary for.
Okay, so this one.
Sometimes the people that are doing something like that, or the people that are excited about,
Did
hey.
you after
That's what, everything. It's all hot and flat. I know there's something, but I've seen the text. Remember,
And then
remember.
that's Richard, right?
And your brother.
Did you you copied it? You copied the address?
I just have to group around me to like, hey, we just checked out.
You go right below that.
But I was
Okay, then go back to
the dial-up. Holy shit, there was no live stream services. How did I have live stream services?
then.
All I did was I did it non-stop.
You should take this off tonight. I'm excited for it.
But I mean, I had money. Someone would have told me. All right, let me. I would have been.
Oh, the top.
I would have been. I would have been. Let me check this out. Let me make my decision. We thank God. All right. I appreciate that. And that's how I can see the right where it's going. I
Yeah.
saw this stuff.
So basically, I'm gonna airdrop it to you, and by tomorrow morning, you
Now
should
we have them
see
as a
the
form, and now even more social.
Oh.
And mind you, it's a little late for these years. They moved a lot of stuff, but now that these other things, a little more comfortable with it. I think it's a bit. That's what killed the last. I like how you leave that out. A lot, it was a lot. I was gonna just, yeah.
Yeah. If you wanna send me an email,
Can't say Chris.
send your wallets.
I guess.
Yeah.
Feeling about like the next phase of the release, like the sentiment, like very like, hey, we're in a good spot, like things are looking bright. We're just still a lot of question marks, like, hey, we still can't make any moves on any bigger. For the most part, the offer doesn't feel like work. Oh, sorry. A lot of handling business. Yeah. I'm gonna just set a little glass box right there. So I'll do like, okay.
Close to my age, what's that? Watching from school. What do you? I mean, that's, I told Dad, like, you know what I mean? Because always the narrative was, actually, last time, this time, I get it, spot performers, like, 1,000% no time for those, 0%. I mean, it's like, is the, because the thing about it is the one simple, crypto is really, you know, like, and that's fine, like, if you want to, actually, primary catalyst techniques, so that's catalyst. I know you're AI 16C is check me out. Out of this, like, extracted. It's like, no, so the thing is, like, there was like a compute utility token where they could actually just 60-second. Okay. I was saying, they don't even try. Yeah. I love how CBC the other day was actually like deep explanation. I'm like, you know, exactly the perfect. Means something people share, they believe in. And that is something that people share, they believe in. And then you go, I remember one that's the only thing I give a big part is just like but it's like the meme of like that Charlie from YouTube. You remember that video? Like that's that meme. It's just OG. You're not going to display it. You can hate it. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here's what is
Yeah, but that's not where the liquidity comes from. What is it here? Comes in being made of Bitcoin ETFs. Now they're looking for but that's why Bitcoin is not so that not operate. There's other people that bought Bitcoin at they roll that capital over and what are they doing? Not anymore. Yeah. Some of them they go on well. I believe 75% are so it's not more than that. I go to the coffee. Yeah. Well, what you're saying is like you go to the money. Wall's always like 1% of the stock market is like another $1 trillion in Bitcoin.
That's what she is.
I told
Oh yeah, some little 5-year-old girl that is yeah. So now I'm back. So yeah, there you are. You're checking it. So this is my list that I'll download to CVS file and put it into Slash, which is the platform that I use to enter. So ApeCoin is on ApeChain.
I remember that, yeah, fundamentally. It used to be like, I mean, neighbors. Oh, dude, it's like that's it. Now it's like there's not. I had a really good friend, and I tried getting. You can't make her. Like I really gave him to access to my trading account. Like, yeah, trade whatever you want. Like, oh, it's some people have to live. Zero. Yeah. The nylon sheathing. Violent sheathing.
Test. So here's markers, and then okay. Well, if you want to write, I don't know if you need to write things down, but markers, and here's the narrative.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next, you guys are hiring for you. Yeah. So in marketing. Experience the balls. Yeah. Even me, like, I can't say, oh,
Not so easy.
yeah, not in a hurry. There's some people who can get it.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to push people on the crypto. If they don't have like the massive foundation in their blood, like, not fun to play with numbers for me.
Why,
Yeah.
I put my back down. Okay.
Shake it out. Yeah. Insane. It's like Disneyland. I wouldn't depend on that. I went 20 years in whole ride. But like,
Or with the backdrop, maybe with the game. Yeah. Welcome, DJ Anonymous. Yeah. Woo! I love it. I love it. Yeah. You gotta write it off the CD. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I think that was so cool. I mean, I didn't put the long hand. Yeah. That was good. Oh, you did? Okay. Thanks for all your help. I appreciate it so much. Of course. Okay.
Yeah. What are we doing? We go on vacation? We go on vacation. Okay. He can't right now. He's still out there. You have everything.
Test. Test. Boom, 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 boom.